I've got some exciting news. We're going to be doing some videos with Protea and from our friends at Splendor. Splendor Proteas, you can see their name there. Okay. And actually, that farm is called Rosamina. You can check it out because we got to go there on our visit to Colombia. And when we went to Proflora, was that last 2 years ago, I guess. I've lost complete track of time. Who knows what day it is even, right? Okay, so we got to go to Rosamina with my friend Ellie. And Ellie Perez is the owner, and we went to his farm, which is spectacular. It's in the hilllands of I don't know if that's a word because it's almost up in the mountains, but it's in like the hills below the mountains in Colombia, and it's just incredible. And Ellie and his dad figured out. People told them they would never be able to grow Protea in Colombia, and Ellie and his father figured it out. And it's an amazing farm. They grow all sorts of Protea and all sorts of wonderful things. The other thing that happened when we were there too was we got to see a group of children who, young ladies who were at risk children in their family homes, and they are a part of this. Now they go to a school where they are in an orchestra, and it's musical, a musical-oriented school that teaches them music and teach them how to play instruments, and they played for us. It was amazing. It was just wonderful. And we were able to interview a couple of the girls too. They were so sweet, and also the instructor from there. But if you go to my website, if you go to ubloom.com and go to Flowers of Colombia, you can see that our visit to Rosamina and just how wonderful it is. And on Ubloom, we also have an episode about our visit to Rosamina too, where we had a little bit more information. Ellie's a great guy. Spends part of his time in Miami, part of his time in Colombia, and he's a wonderful, wonderful man, and really enjoyed meeting him, really enjoyed spending some time with him. And so I reached out to them. They are doing these little boxes. There's these little boxes come, and they have different Protea in them. So we have 3 today. And what I want to do is I want to process them, and I want to make an arrangement for you at a later date, because obviously they've been shipped to me, so they need to hydrate, and then we'll make something. But this will be a reference video for you to see what comes out of these boxes. So I have 3 different boxes today that they sent me, and we're just going to open them right here on camera, okay? And I love that, okay? So I picked them up this morning, and again, for tools, today we are using our compact pruner from Dram, our bypass cutter from Dram, in the color point, the red ones. And I also have my Swiss Army knife in case I need it, okay? Which I might for opening this box, you never know. It's the cutest little box. So there are 60 stems in this box, okay? And oh my gosh, look at this mimosa. Isn't that lovely? Wow. Purple coloration, and then a leucadendron like that. That's beautiful. And then some eucalyptus and another kind of eucalyptus, I believe. Yeah. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so those are our 4 foliages. So let's just start with those, okay? What I'm going to do with those to keep those together, I'm just going to leave them in their little bundles. We're going to go into this bucket right back here. My buckets have ice cold water in them, and the ice cold water, I'm cutting off the banding on these because I want them to get a little bit of air and just have the air movement going through there. So there we go. It loosens them up a little bit, okay? And then here we'll cut these. So as I have told you many times before, I love processing flowers. I'm sorry it gets noisy with these guys. But so I'm going through here. I'm trimming each one of the stems at an angle with my bypass cutter. Bypass cutter works great on woody stems. And then this mimosa. Wow, how pretty is that? It's almost like a purpley color. I don't know if you can appreciate how pretty it truly is. So I will apologize. You know, when we film from home, I have a USB camera, and that USB camera is for low light situations because sometimes it can be dark here in Michigan. Today, it's a little cloudy outside, but the sun's back there, so it's like a big soft box. So there's a lot of light coming in through here. So sometimes that washes out the colors of stuff. So in my buckets back here, I did shorter buckets, and I have a gallon of ice cold water, and I used my Chrysler Professional 3 in there, okay? So that we're gonna hydrate these and get them ready. And then we're gonna do a different project with each one of these, okay? With each one of them. And I think one we might do as a pave type arrangement in foam, and another one we might do as a bouquet that you could set on your coffee table, and then we'll figure out a project for the third one, right? So it'll be fun. Okay, so now let's see what we have in here now. The Protea. So we've got pin cushions. These are orange pin cushions. Now see, I got a little short one. That's gonna be okay, because I can do something super fun with him too, okay? And you know, sometimes we always deal with perishable products, and I don't want people to get upset and worried when you have one flower head that might break off or something like that, because that's okay. I mean, you know, this box has been handled, I don't know how many times, right? And so on its way to me here. And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to trim the rubber bands. I'm going to pull these guys out. I don't even think I need to trim the rubber bands. I can probably just pull them out. I'm gentle and careful. I want to pull from the stem. I'm going to pull on the stem. I don't want to pull on the head, because although Protea are very durable flowers, what's interesting about these is that they're a little bit dehydrated because they've been traveling, okay? And they need to get in water so that they fluff up. Because see, look at, he's kind of misshapen right now, okay? And that's okay. He's gonna, oh, sorry, there you can see. See how he's kind of misshapen? He's not round. He will be in a few minutes after we get him into the water and get him all happy. So this process of caring for my flowers is extremely important, because I want to take care of them and make sure that they thrive. And so that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm doing my care and handling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I'm going to use my bypass cutter from Graham, okay? Because this is a woody stem. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut them so that they're cut at an angle. And then I'm going to go into my water immediately, okay? So again, cut into my water, cut into my water, cut, and into my water. So I'll bet I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is just going to be so great, because you know what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to cut him and put him in a little dish and put him on my desk. And that's just going to be my little reminder of my trip to Colombia, my friend Ellie. You know, Protea flowers make me happy and make my health and wellness better. It's great to spread those flowers around the house. Okay, so now it looks like, I think we have more stems of yellow pin cushions. And look, one more. Maybe that's my surprise. So there's my 10, right? That's nice. Ta-da! Okay, and here's these, okay? And this is my little box. I love this little box. I'm gonna save that, because that's gonna be a good little, we do recycle everything here at UBloom, and I think that that's important for people to know. So we always recycle stuff because we can. Many times I will take the boxes back to my flower seller, who can use them to ship out to people again too. So that's always nice as well. So look at these yellow pin cushions. So pretty. And again, I'm gonna get in there and grab a hold of the stem. See, look at that guy. Wow, I'm gonna hold him down here. Yeah, pretty. Pretty. I just love Protea because they're so long lasting and they're so fun to work with. They're an amazing durable flower. I posted some pictures online too when we went to the Rosamina booth the last time we were in Colombia. They had an amazing booth because they had tables that were lined with Protea, and then they had acrylic on top of them so that you could see them. They had areas of flooring where they had used the flowers under a lucite floor that you walked on. It was just amazing, just amazing. I just can't tell you how this process makes me happy. I feel so good right now. I'm taking it in, even though we're taping it. And I've got my coffee cup. I would have my music playing if we weren't on videotaping this. Okay. And so it just makes me happy to do this. Now we're gonna trim those. We're gonna go immediately into our water back here. So now if you were getting these for yourself at home, just imagine all the things you could do. You have 20 stems of pincushion proteas. You have leucadendrons, 10 stems of leucadendrons, and you have 2 types of eucalyptus and 1 type of mimosa. So that little bucket, 60 stems to make a beautiful arrangement with. That's just going to be wonderful, right? It's perfect. Okay, so that's box number 1. You ready for box number 2? Shall we do that? This is like, I get such a kick out. We're doing unboxing videos with the Protea from Splendor, right? Because what's in the boxes? We want to see it. Have you ever watched those Disney things where they open up the different toys and stuff? I'm just fascinated by that. I think that's hysterical. And so, yeah. We are unboxing Splendor Protea. Oh, that's gonna be. This is why I have my knife to cut that. What do we have in here? So we've got more foliage again. We have calculus. Okay. We have Israeli ruscus. We have mimosa. And we have a different type of leucadendron. Ooh. There's little like Easter eggy little balls in there. Yeah, oh, that's so pretty. With a rusty color. So again, what I'm going to do is to keep track of these. I'm going to undo the bindings, but I'm going to leave the cellophane on. Okay. All right. And I have more buckets back here. So I'm going to set this guy over here right now. I just want to remind you to just take your time with the process. I know when we work in a flower shop, we're always, so hurried to do stuff. But I'm at home and I want to enjoy this process. I want to look at these stems and I cut those. This ruscus is very flat right now because it's been packaged. And so we're going to let it open up before we do these projects. So that's also why I split up these videos so that we have the opportunity to let the flowers hydrate and open up. When we come back, these guys are going to open up and they're going to be much prettier and bigger and fuller. I'm just amazed at the beautiful, beautiful quality of these. And after everybody's traveled in a box for a period of time, they need to hydrate, okay? I'm really, really impressed with the varieties. So look at those. Wow. Okay. They're in here, along with some yellow pin cushions. So these are a mink type of Protea. And I just love them. This is a different variety of yellow pin cushion. It's kind of a golden yellow. And then we have our other Protea. Again, we're going to save our box. if I have boxes that I can't take back to the wholesale house for reuse, Kel breaks them down and we have recycling that comes and takes care of them for us. So let's take a look at one of these guys. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. So pretty. You know, typically the Protea is the national flower of South Africa. And the other thing that's interesting about Protea is that the Protea look like the back ends of birds. So they attract birds to come pollinate them. And so that's wonderful. Okay, so look, I just hold this and push up. I'm getting better at it. Developed a new little trick and process for myself. Push up. Then I can get a hold of him a little bit easier and pull it through. I just love them. Wow, so pretty. So these grow on a mountainside in Colombia. And again, if you go look up the Flowers of Colombia video that I have, you will see us on the hillside where these grow, walking and talking with Ellie. It's just amazing. It's such a pretty property too. It's just, you know, because the savanna of Colombia is different. It is flat, and there people grow in greenhouses. Many of them grow in rice husks. Our friends at Jose Restrepo grows roses and carnations there. And carnations are susceptible to agrobacterium, and the entire savanna of Colombia has agrobacterium. So they cannot grow in the ground there. They have an alliance. Noisy. They have an alliance with the rice growers, and they get the rice husks. They roast them, and then they put them in boxes on top of the soil, and that's what they grow the carnations in. It's fascinating. It's just fascinating. Because the thing about Colombia that's so amazing is that Colombia has 365 days a year of 50 degrees at night, 70 degrees during the day. And because it's so close to the equator and it's mountainous, they have higher foot candles of light, which means they grow flowers faster and easier. It's the perfect place on the planet to grow flowers. It's amazing. Okay. So now we have our little yellow. And so these have kind of a flatter center. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. And that's all gonna freshen up and get better when we get him hydrated, because he's been without water for a little while. So we're going to take these, and again, that woody stem, that's why I love my Dram bypass cutter, because it's nice and sharp, and it's going to make sure that I cut the stems. So pretty. There we go. And now we have these guys. I mean, just look at that. That's pretty fun, right? So this is our second unboxing from our friends at Splendor. So here in the US, you are going to buy from the Splendor, that's called Splendor Protea is the brand here in the US. Because they ship to all different parts of the world, they have different brands for different locations. The farm in Colombia is called Rosamina, but here in the US, the brand is Splendor. It's just like tomatoes and ketchup and stuff like that, you know. The people who grow Heinz tomatoes is another company than the company that makes diced ones for making spaghetti or something like that, you know. So spaghetti sauce. Spaghetti. Making spaghetti with your tomatoes. Yeah. Tomato pasta, though. Oh my God. Season 3 of Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom. We are going to go to a local Epicurean, and we are going to see that. And he makes these amazing pastas, and we're going to get him to make flour pastas with flowers in them. Oh my God. Be great. Okay. So we're down to number 3 for our unboxing. Okay. What will be in the third box from our friends at Splendor? Splendor Proteas. Okay. Oh, look at these. Wow. Oh. I got to show you two at once because this one's just opening. And this one's already open a little bit. Okay, so look at how fuzzy that is. Can you see the fuzz on there? And then now look at this one as it's starting to open up. It's got like red and stuff in there. These are so beautiful. Oh my God. Love it. So Protea. Let's talk about that for half a second. The name Protea comes from flowers named after the Greek god Proteus, who was known to shapeshift. Sorry, that's so noisy. Shapeshift and change the way that he looked so he could hide from mortals. So Proteus, and then because there's so many different shapes, sizes, colors, varieties of Protea, it's named after Proteus. Now, okay, let's throw this away. Noisy. Okay. The national flower of South Africa, I told you, and that they look like birds, so that so that they can get pollinated because they're attracting things that think that they are different, not a flower. Okay. And so it's amazing too, when you're in the fields with the Protea, you'll see all kinds of birds and different types of hummingbirds and other birds that are pollinating those flowers. Now, again, just like anything else, I don't want to cut it flat. I want to cut it at an angle, and I want to go immediately into water. Okay. Oh, so pretty. Okay, and then we have this one. Look at this. Okay. So these are orange pin cushions, a different variety than that one. Yeah, they're different. They've got, as they open up, they're more red on the inside. Look at that. Wow, so stunning. So you could get this box of 60, and I'll have more information on that for you that I can put in the comments down below and tell you where you could get your boxes like this. But I think it's going to be fun that we're going to make 3 different arrangements with a box that has 60 stems in it. Be a fun way for us to do a flower arrangement. Sorry it's so noisy. That's the way that it is. Okay. The unboxing video. That's just funny to me. I just think about it. I used to watch that one where there was the lady who would unbox all of the little Disney gifts and get so excited about them. And I'm kind of that way too. I get so excited about these flowers. Okay. And I've kept them in 3 separate buckets so that we didn't get them commingled. So you will know when we're making our arrangement with that we're using just the things that came in the box. Okay. Now let's see. This is a type of Pittosporum, they claim, that is grown in Colombia. And we have an Italian ruscus, We have another leucadendron. And, one more leucadendron. Wow. This guy's fuzzy and almost looks like a rose. Look at that. Crazy, right? Get our box out of here. Okay. And again, if you're wondering, there's the name. Splendor Proteas right there. Okay. And I'm going to cut my bandings, my rubber bands on these, but I'm going to leave these groups together. This one, look at this. It has like a little tuft of feathers at the end of each leaf. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So these are our foliages and still other flowers. Really, there's like 2 bunches of foliage and 2 different types of flowers. Cutting at an angle, immediately into water. Immediately into water. Immediately into water. And immediately into water. So, this was box number 1. This, box number 2. You have to wait while Jay cleans up the mess. Okay? And this, box number 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Now, isn't that going to be fun? We are going to have some amazing fun with these. And we're going to make some really incredible stuff. So I can't wait. So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, our boxes, our 3 different boxes have 60 stems in them. They are from Splendor Proteas. And we are going to make a different project with them. Today, we just got them hydrated. So you'll be able to come back and reference this video when we make this project so you can see what came out of that box. I'll still show you in the other video, but what it looked like when it came out of the box and processed it. And then when we make it, you're going to see it all unfurled and beautiful, because that's really, really what's the important part about the care and handling process. I love this. This is one of my favorite things, so I hope you enjoyed it. I know these videos are a little bit longer. Make sure that you subscribe, and you can see, because we have shorter videos, we have longer ones, but I want you to see this process, and I want you to experience it front to back. As I said, I get so frustrated sometimes because people think that this is mindless work, and it's not. This is very, very important, and I love the ritual of being able to have these flowers cared for and handled properly so that they can thrive in my arrangement and last as long as they possibly can. That's the really important part about the care and handling procedures that we do with our beautiful flowers here. So I want you to implement those as well. Everybody went into ice cold water with our Chrysler Professional 3. Looks like this. If you're interested in the Chrysler products, you can get those on the uBloom website. Go to ubloom.com. Go to the store, look for Chrysler products in the store, and that's a portal that leads directly over to where you can buy them directly. And if you mention the word uBloom, you get a free gift, which is great. And we're going to be working on a portal for these people too, as well, on our website. So we'll be working with that too for the people at Splendor Farms, Splendor Proteas. Let's see. I think that's about it for today. I hope you had a great time. There's nothing better than having flowers in your life. That's the thing that I want you to remember. And creating these rituals that make us feel better and being present for them so that we are there enjoying every second. I think so much about Bob Ross. Bob Ross was such a great guy, and his painting process. He got me inspired. I'm going to start painting again. I really wanted to start painting because I want to be present for the process of putting beautiful flowers on paper. And let's see how that works too, but I just, the fact that, um, when you ride on an airplane, you can watch Bob Ross paint. You're not painting along with him, you're just watching him because he was so happy, the happy little trees and all those fun things that he used to say. I hope that we have some fun things that we're sharing here with the flowers and being present for those processes. I think that that's important. So have a great day. Protea coming soon from our friends at Splendor Protea. Until next time, keep having fun with flowers.